It's still Global Sports and Independent Television, and as we said, we have a special guest in our midst today to talk about the form of Bendel Insurance. So far, so good. They are doing beautiful in the Nigerian Professional Football League. They are brief version, but yes, topping Group A, and exciting to see that they still have the unbeaten record. Still on after 11 games played so far. After playing a Yimba, one team that, yes, they have the pedigree when it comes to Nigerian Professional Football League. But right now, we have a big one in our hand because yesterday they had the game against Akwa United in Benin City and it ended in a draw. Interesting to see that it still keeps the record on. But joining us this morning is His Excellency Comrade Philip Shaibu. Good morning to have you, sir.
Thank you. Good morning.
Quickly, I'm going to ask a very important question. So far, so good. What's the secret behind the success of Bendel Insurance?
Patience, resilience, and determination, and by the grace of God, the support of our teaming fans, both home and abroad.
Okay. Well, another question coming through. There definitely should be a special routine or more like a usual thing, maybe a prayer or words that you say or the coaches say to the players before getting on the pitch, because the synergy seen in these players whenever they're on the pitch is always beautiful.
Yeah, I think Bendel Insurance, as it is now, I've come of age now, and those hard work that started about 5 years ago is now being seen. And if you remember, in many fora, I've always asked our people to be patient with Bendel Insurance. Bendel Insurance, it's a going concern. It's a team that we are building up, and that in another 3 years or 4, they will see the insurance of our dream. Yes. Unfortunately, it actually took more than the 3 or 4 years. It took up to 5 years for us to get the insurance of our dream, because we're building a team to sustain its name, the Benin Arsenal. Yeah, okay. And we want to keep that name and want to build team around the name that they are known with, because insurance is not just a Bendel Edo team, it's a Nigerian team. Yeah. And a lot of Nigerians, both home and abroad, from Sokoto, have been calling about Bendel Insurance, especially when we started 4 years ago, when we rebranded Bendel Insurance, and they're like thanking us to bringing Bendel Insurance back. So, but we were careful not to just have a team that would just start and collapse. Okay. So their play, we're concerned about their play, we are concerned about sustaining the club. So we have to start from the scratch, get them young, get them from schools, Uniben, secondary school game, academicals, bring them together and get a coach that understands Bendel Insurance pattern of play, Monday Dige, to groom them. Okay. So the product you are seeing now is a product that we've been sustaining. It's like you baking cake. Yes. You have to start from somewhere gradually until it becomes the cake that you needed. So that is what the insurance that you have now. And interestingly, the same players.
Same players from
same players.
All the years back.
Yeah, same players.
What sets Bendel Insurance apart from other Nigerian Professional Football League teams right now?
Yeah, what set them apart? The package. Okay. And unity among the players. The package in terms of the rebranding of Bendel Insurance really was the repackage. Okay. We rebranded it to become a professional club, even when they were still in the lower division. So what you are seeing now is the same Bendel Insurance that was in NNL. Wow. So from day one, we built them as a professional club in terms of their kits, in terms of their salaries, in terms of everything about the welfare package, which includes salaries and where they stay, how they behave, even how they behave is controlled. And because we want a disciplined team, we want a team that even when they go out of Nigeria to play in foreign clubs, those clubs will want to come back to Bendel Insurance to have more players. So we have to start from their discipline, the way they think, and that has helped also for synergy and the unity among them. And you can see when insurance is playing now, you are not afraid like we are afraid now about Super Eagles. You are not afraid whether they will win. It's how many goals you are thinking about. You are not, your heart is not in your hand thinking, they will soon score them, they will soon score them. You are saying insurance will soon score, not the other team will beat Insurance. No, that is the team we have built. And Insurance is the only club in Nigeria that fly to their matches.
Wow,
they are going to play Plateau United this weekend. Their ticket is ready to go to Jos and return to Edo. I can tell you one story of the Academy match. Academy became the home team, and it became the away team. Why Insurance became the home team? Because Insurance were in Plateau 2 days before Academy came from a long journey from Ibadan. They went to play 3SC. They had to travel all the way from Ibadan by road, and they spent almost 2 days reaching Maiduguri. Why Insurance just took off from Benin? 1 hour, 2 hours they are in Maiduguri, and they became the home team, and that is why they, So today they are flying to Jos. They are flying to Jos for the weekend match, and they will be flying back. Insurance is the only club that does not wash its jersey. Every match is one jersey. Every match is one jersey, and we also encourage them to give out their jersey. So there are a lot of fans that come to just pick that jersey. So Insurance and Edo Queen, we don't wash jerseys. Their jerseys from January to December is already taken care of. Not just match jerseys. They are training jerseys, they are camp jerseys, they are traveling jerseys. And it's a crime not to wear your brand. We deduct it from salary if any of them are caught not to put on their brand. And the purpose of that is to have private sector buy-in. So when private sector know that their product is being advertised, not only on the pitch, even during training, even at home, even traveling, they put in money. So we are building a football club that is not only entertaining, that are not only going to be winning laurels, but we are building a football club that will encourage private sector investment.
Okay. Now, quickly, let's talk about the tactical aspect of the team. I was at the pitch yesterday watching the game between Bendel Insurance and Aqua United yesterday, and I saw the synergy between the midfield and also the attack, and the fluidity between players, the way they communicate, the way they relate with each other. Is this out of a special routine for some of these players, or a psychological training for some of these players to understand that they are together and they also have to bond together?
I just hung my boots last year.
Yes.
When I used to train with them for matches, on Thursdays, we play tactical games. And that tactical game is understanding my speed, understanding my temperament, understanding my movement. And so I'm able to connect to know that if I put the ball on the run, you can catch it. So I'm able to assess your speed in terms of the kind of ball I give you. And I'm able to know if I can play short passes with you. And I'm able to connect, the goalkeeper is able to connect with the striker with signs that, look, I am kicking the ball to you, take off. So as you are taking off, I already know that the ball is going to Imade, for instance, and Imade also already know that as he's getting the ball, Psyche is already moving to the goalkeeper.
Yes.
While me, I am not going to follow Psyche. I am going to wait by the 18. In case Psyche had to head it back, I take the shot. So that pattern, that understanding is there, and that is why I say same players, they now understand each other. If I go to play with them now, I know how to pass the ball to Imade, I know when to pass to Saki. I know when the goalkeeper will start the game from the back. So it's a team that have been together for most of them have been together for 3 years. Imade, 4 years. Saki, 4 years. Amas, 5 years. So it's a team that now understand their style. And we have a coach that is not just a coach, it's a teacher. It's an instructor with FIFA. So it plays this role as a coach, and it also plays role as a teacher. Because the teaching part is how to trap this ball.
Exactly.
How to trap the ball, how to put yourself on the run, how to even use your chest to pass the ball. So all those little things are things that we do on Thursdays. before competition starts. Mondays is our endurance training where we do copper tests, but no player of Bendel Insurance misses Thursday because that is where the real tactical pattern games are played.
Okay. Another question for the season so far. We know it's an abridged version, and it might end. It would definitely end very soon. But there's a Super 6 and more competition afterwards. What's the major plan for this season for Bendel Insurance?
Yeah, actually, our major plan for this season was first, let's sustain ourselves in NPFL. Let it not be like the last one, where we got in, and before you know, abridged, and we return back. So this time we're like, okay, now we are going into NPFL. We have to play to be number one, to be able to keep ourselves. So it's like, coach will always tell us while we're playing, say, look, the best way to defend is to attack, sustain attack. And the opponent will be too busy defending to now say they want to attack you. So what we've done this year is, okay, we want to be number one, play to be number one. That will keep us settled in NPFL. Yes. The next season, let's now know that we are now fully settled in NPFL. Let's target Champions League.
Wow.
But unfortunately for our plan, our plan worked that we are topping. Now, we are not seeing ourselves really that Champions League we are targeting next year, we can actually get it this year.
Yes. So it seems all the plans are already coming out good, and it's already happening in front of the team. And another thing, I know it's too early to pick a rival, but in the Nigerian Professional Football League, which team do you see as the closest rival to Bendel Insurance? Anything that you know that can match up with Bendel Insurance right now?
There are two ways to it. Rival. In terms of team play, I think our closest rival should be Imba.
Okay.
But in terms of our how will I put this one? In terms of a team that we dread very well, and any of their match will take it very serious. Is Remo.
Remo Stars.
What they did to us. So our match with Remo is a win anyhow, whether home or away. It's a match that we cannot lose. We have to win Remo at all time. Okay. So I see Remo as I see Man City and Manchester United with Bendel Insurance and Remo.
Okay. Bendel Insurance have a very good record right now. 11 games played, 7 wins, 4 draws, no losses, 15 goals scored, 5 conceded. The closest is also the Remo Star that you're actually worried about now, but they don't have that goal difference. Scored 11 goals, conceded 10. You see, it seems like Bendel Insurance always go out for the goals, just like you said earlier. Do you see more goals being scored? Well, I had an interview with Imade yesterday, and he said he's targeting double figures. He's already on 8 goals. Just 2 more goals, and he already have 10 goals. So, are we seeing more goals this season from Bendel Insurance?
Yeah, we're going to see more goals. Unfortunately for us, when you are playing well, you become the apple of everybody's eye. Yes. Some of our players are now in the national team.
Yes.
For 2 matches now, our 2 main defenders are in the national team, and one of our strikers also is in the national team. So that is already a little bit a toll on us. 2 matches, we played draws. We played draws in those 2 matches, and this player have been away for those 2 matches. So what that has shown that we have depth. If not that we have depth, it will have affected the first 11. So the implication of that is that both the bench and the first 11, we have depth. So we have players that can match up. So we are seeing us scoring more and not conceding, because we have a very strong defense line and we have a very strong midfield. And when the midfield and the defense work together, it's not only going to help the defense, but it's also going to help our attack. If you check, we have a very strong midfield, and they are very useful and young, very young, and they are full of energy, and that is what is helping our defense line and our attacking line. So I'm seeing more goals coming, conceding less goals. I'm as everybody is just in form. So I pray they're able to sustain that form. And the interesting thing is that both the 3 keepers, they are very active. The other one is also in the national team. Even our second goalkeeper is also a national team player. And so that will tell you the kind of assurance we have been able to build over time from for like 4 or 5 years now.
Okay, some people share a sentiment saying that the two groups in Nigerian Professional Football League, the group Bendel Insurance is stopping right now, seems to be the strongest. We have a lot of defending champions. The likes of Enyimba, Akwa United, Plateau United, even Remo Star, Kwara United, they are all in this group. Do you see Bendel Insurance and some of these teams going all the way in the Super Six?
Yeah, when the draws came out and I saw the group that we were, I was like, why? These people have started again. They want insurance to return back to NNL. And somebody told me, he said, look, insurance did well in NNL. Don't be surprised. So all I just did, I said, well, any group, no problem. If football is football, it's 90 minutes. And we told ourselves, we had a retreat, and we told ourselves, look, we are going to win. And this winning means that we are the best. And I encouraged them, I said, you are the best. I said, check your record all through the NNL. You were home and away. I said, we can repeat that. I've watched Remo, I've watched Enyimba, I've watched all of them, even the Continental, Royal Rivers United.
Yes.
I said, we can do it. And we believed and we agreed that, and we prayed. We said, look, we can. But we now told ourselves, not just prayers, we need to work hard. Beyond what coach is teaching us, we need to do extra. And I go to their camp, I watch them, I see them, I encourage them. And we were able to now build a preseason that was very good. Yes. We engaged them in preseason games, preseason tour. We camped them in Badagry for 1 month. And after that, we went on different programs for them. Beyond footballing, we also took them on psychological programs to psych them, to bring their consciousness to what they're about to face. So, and that we do routinely. Okay. And so when I say Bendel Insurance is a full-fledged professional team, it's in all ramifications, during and outside play, even in their camp, we do all that. And the Bendel Insurance is one team too that all the players are insured. They are all insurance. Wow. They have insurance for any life-threatening injuries. They have that full medical protection. And so it's a team that is compact. It's a team that we are building for the future.
Yes.
It's just that the future is now getting closer to us, and we are grabbing it fast.
Well, on a lighter mood, I watched one of the highlights where you were very excited after a goal was scored. So, well, so far so good with Bendel Insurance. What was your biggest moment, Your Excellency?
Yeah, my biggest moment was the first match against Akwa United.
Wow. We had to repeat yesterday, but the goal was coming.
Yeah. Akwa United, because we told ourselves that let's make a name, let's make a mark, let's stamp our authority with the first match. And fortunately for us, we did. So I was so excited about that. There are many moments that, there are a lot of good moments. But that first
particular one
MPFL, that first match against Akwa United was it.
What about on home ground? Any other one that is very exciting to see?
Yeah, when I scored a goal.
Now, still talking about your playing career, you retired last year, August 2022 to be precise. Very big moment. And that game, I believe there was a lot of emotions and a lot of thoughts going through your mind that particular moment. How did you contain everything that particular day?
Yeah, I had to come back to active play. All was a package to encourage these young ones, yes, to say they can play football, because what we are doing Bendel Insurance is we want to change the narrative of what players used to look like. Players, after their retirement, they become useless in the society. Nobody takes care of them. They don't have a second office. So this Bendel Insurance is a different Bendel Insurance we are building. We are building them to know that after football, they can still be medical doctors, they can still be lawyers, they can still be... So they can still be deputy governor, they can still be governor. So my coming to play with them is to prove to them that I haven't been former player, now coming back as deputy governor to play with them and encourage them, sit with them, stay in their camp with them, and when there's a match, be in the same bus with them, travel on the same bus with them to matches and everything, was just to get them to focus and for them to know they can actually achieve what they want to achieve. And beyond football, they should see themselves as the next deputy governor, as the next governor, as the next doctor, as, like that. So that's why even when mid-season and off-season, we engage them in business thinking and other things that they could do, because there are a lot of these ex-international go to the stadium that are not doing well at all.
Wow.
So we don't want that to happen to them, and that's why when I say full package, it will take 2 hours for me to give you the full package or more. But that is what we're doing with them. So we are not there yet, too. Oh. We are not there yet.
There's still more to do.
No, we are not there yet. We are just starting. We are not there yet. Where we want to take, we want the crowd, we want the fans, we want the stadium to be full. Wow. And our destination is to get Esperance of Tunisia, to get Orlando Pirates, to get El Ali, all of them back to playing in this stadium. Yes. And you can imagine our first Champions League match. Wow, in this stadium.
It's going to be very, very beautiful.
People will start buying tickets from 7 a.m. to come. If not, they won't get ticket to come in. You can see the stadium is gradually getting full. Yes. Yesterday, the crowd that came was sizable. Yes. You know, almost all the areas were filled apart from the left side. Okay. So our target is to really bring insurance back, because I was in the stadium one of these days and I saw one old man with crutches, and I noticed he was excited. After the match, I went to him, and the next thing he said, "My son, thank you very much. Let me tell Obaseki, thank you. Now you have added more years to my age. Wow. I'm going to be alive for some time again. Insurance is giving me joy, and that joy is adding more years to me." So when he finished talking, I went back to the player. I said, "Look, did you see what the next day training?" I went to the team. I said, "Look, yesterday, when we finished playing, I was so old man, and this is what the old man said." I said, "Assuming we lost that match, that man, you have reduced his age." So know that when you are playing, if you win, you are adding to the age of people.
People be excited.
People are excited and they are happy, and BP, their BP issues are resolved. If you lose, you are giving people BP. Yeah. So that story, when I told them, the player were like, really? I said, so you can imagine that your victory yesterday have added additional 1 year to somebody's age. Yes. Because he's happy and excited, and that joy. Assuming you lost, that man will have gone home with high blood pressure. He will have killed somebody. So that's some of the things we tell these players, and when they're there, it's in their mind that, look, I'm not just playing for myself. I'm playing to save a life. I'm playing to give somebody joy. So those are some of the things we are telling them, and I'm happy that it's coming up gradually, both the boys and the girls.
Exactly. I even had the privilege to watch the ladies play yesterday. They won their game against Roboco 2-0. One last question. What's the major challenges so far this season that Bendel Insurance, or even the ladies Edo Queen, have faced so far? That a little bit of shake, probably, or something that has actually made the team revalue some of their values?
Yeah, I think they are conscious of not losing. They are conscious of not losing, and they are conscious of us not losing interest. And they want sustainability. And they see that we are redefining sports, and they are earning well. Bendel Insurance is earning well compared to other clubs. Edo Queen is earning well compared to other clubs. And like I told you, they are the only club that does not wash jersey. Yes. Every match is one new jersey. They open their jersey every match. And it's not common, you understand? And the only thing that I'll say is a major challenge is, though this year is better, the refereeing, the officiating of the game. Yesterday we got 2 penalties, for instance. Yes. They didn't give it. Whereas in Aba, the penalty that Enyiba got, compared to the one they didn't give us, when you compare it, you see that something is wrong. And so, but the officiating this year is better than last year. And I pray it continue to improve. If not, I think so far, so good. For the team, no complaint yet, and I pray there's no complaint. But when they come, we deal with it. For the girls, I watched them yesterday. I was not impressed. We won, but I was not impressed. And we had a meeting this morning to analyze the game with them. I called them to a meeting to say, look, we won, but I wasn't impressed with what I saw compared to what I saw with Bendel Insurance. Edo Queen has a pattern, but I didn't see the pattern yesterday. So many people will be happy that we won. No, I'm not happy. I'm happy that we won, but I'm not happy with the play because we are going somewhere. And for us to get to that somewhere, we need a team that is compact. We need a team that can sustain its pattern. That is the only way we can get there. So it's not just winning, but when you win, you are checking whether how you win is important, whether you can sustain that winning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Lastly, what do you have to say for fans out there and also players that are wishing to play for Bendel Insurance? Because right now, seeing them at the top of the league, everybody, all players in Nigeria Professional Football League, will want to be part of this success.
Yeah, Bendel Insurance welcome all players, and but you have to key into our style. First, discipline. Okay. Discipline is critical, because our brand is what we are able to represent. Every player in Bendel Insurance is an ambassador of Bendel Insurance. He must show that class. So we have Bendel Insurance, the senior team. We have the feeder team. Okay. And one good thing about Bendel Insurance, Imade is scoring all the goals now. If he doesn't score again, he will return to feeder.
Wow.
Yeah, so every player in insurance is equal
to the tax.
So they need to just be on top of their game.
Yes.
And doing that, very soon, somebody like Imade, don't be shocked, it will be the new Esime of our time. It will be going to international football very soon. Manchester United may be looking for him.
He made that comment also yesterday when I interviewed him. He said he's looking up to the likes of Victor Osimhen and Robert Lewandowski.
I know that is his own.
he definitely wants to get more goals, and we are hoping that yes, after scoring 8 goals out of 11 games, there will be more goals for me. But definitely there will be.
I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. But, you know, he's very stubborn, and we're able to. I was also stubborn to keep him. Wow. Now he's doing well. And I asked him yesterday, I said, how do you see now? When the other time I thought I was wicked, when I said, you are not going until you are a good player before you can go. Okay, so he has been invited a couple of times to... Yes, now we can allow him to go and test some of those games. Because now he has come to a level where I know he's doing very well. And now, if there is any major club outside the country that needs him, we'll allow him go. But when he was still... out of 10 chances, he will score 1. Wow. At that time, I said, no, you have not reached the peak yet. Now, out of 1 chance, you convert the 1. Now is the time you can go if you want to go. Okay, so how is the team preparing for something like this happening? Like teams from outside the country trying to buy some of these players to their side. Is the team ready for that moment or those moments coming out? Yeah, what we've done with these players is that we've been able to cut them from these quack managers. Okay. So any of our players that will be going out of the country, we have to be involved. We are not involved to make money out of the player. Okay. We are involved to make this player sign good contract that will make him end well and come back to invest in Edo State. Okay. So that is where our own target is. The team will benefit from 1 or 2 things, but what is key, we want to get them into contract that is not slave contract that will benefit them and we grow them. Okay. So we'll be expecting some of these players leaving Bendel Insurance, so a bigger team, and definitely still coming back. Bigger team outside Nigeria, because the big team now is the Bendel Insurance. Exactly. In terms of welfare and in terms of all the facts, the big team is actually Bendel Insurance. Okay. Thank you in Nigeria now. Thank you very much, sir, for gracing this particular episode of Global Sport. And we look forward to see Bendel Insurance still give us beautiful results in the Nigerian Professional Football League. Pray so. Yes, and we'll be leaving you with highlights of some of the matches played by Bendel Insurance in Nigeria Professional Football League. Beautiful results, and yes, yesterday, unfortunately, it was a draw, but yes, they still sustain the unbeaten record. It seemed like 100%, but yes, it is 100%. My name is Solomon. I know. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
This is ITV.
Certainly the best.